Hey friend, hey, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Jasmine. I am so glad to have you here. If you are a subscriber, hey friend, hey, I'm so glad to have you back. If you are a new subscriber, shout outs to you and all my new subscribers. I truly appreciate all of you and your love and your support that you show my channel. Y'all, we should know this by now, okay? We're back for another monthly meal plan for the month of November. Who am I? I'm getting this done early. Who am I? I'm getting this done early. So if you see me looking down, I have notes. Hold on, boo. I got the wrong notes. The plan for the month of November. I don't know about y'all. Y'all ready for November? I'm kind of am and I kind of not. I like the burr months go by so fast, and it's truly my favorite time of the year, but you know, it just goes by so fast. It all kind of feels overwhelming at times. But anyways, nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into our monthly meal plan. I like to start off by just recapping last month, my wins, hits and misses, wins and losses, my favorite items that we tried from last month, grocery haul, that sort of thing. So let's do our monthly recap. So for monthly recap, let's start with the groceries first. I didn't buy too many new items last month, but I did get a few that we tried. So first being the Kerrygold cheese, I had featured on last month's grocery haul. Let me tell you, that was interesting. I feel like that cheese, and I don't know what type it is. I may have to put it on the screen, so forgive me, but I feel like if you are a wine drinker, I feel like that would pair well with like a wine tasting or something, because it had those, to me, it had like kind of that grape notes, like wine flavored notes, like more of a, like a soft red, or I know that's not, I don't really drink like that at all, but I just feel like when I taste it, I'm like, oh, this would really go good. Like if you're just sitting down, you're having a snack, and you have like crackers and cheese, like a little charcuterie board for one. I feel like it will pair well with like a nice, maybe dry wine, or even a sweet, like a semi-sweet red. I think, my opinion. But like I said, I don't really drink like that anymore. So yeah, but it was good. When I buy it again, yes, actually my mom bought me some more here recently, and so I love to snack on that with like a salty cracker. So yummy. Next thing, let's talk about the wall sauce. I was really intrigued by that for the sauce, okay? Listen, Wahlberg's, you know, Mark Wahlberg, very handsome man, but we're talking about the sauce, okay? That's what I was interested in, the sauce. And I will say I was actually disappointed with the sauce. It was not, if you've tried cane sauce, it tastes like the makings of cane sauce. Like I feel like Cane's signature sauce it has a little bit more mayonnaise, like ketchup to mayo ratio is better with the cane sauce than it is with the wall sauce. And it's like, it took cane sauce, less mayonnaise, and like less spice, like no seasonings, not spice like hot, but like spice as flavor, no flavor. So would I buy it again? I don't know. The only reason why I will buy it again, because I like fries with ketchup and mayonnaise. And like, I think it's Heinz has like the mayo chup, but that ratio is off to me. It's like too much mayonnaise and not enough ketchup. But the walls, I think it needs like a little tiny bit more mayonnaise in my opinion. It's a little bit more of a balance in the mayo chup. So I may get it for those days that, listen, ladies, that time of the month when I want some fries and some mayo and mayonnaise and ketchup, I may pick that up. But I don't know. I don't know. It's not a necessity to try it again. So wall sauce was kind of And then we also, I did try some. I purchased the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Loaded for my son, and he did not like that. It had a weird texture to it. It almost tasted like a combination of shredded wheat and like a cream filling, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. He did not like that. So as far as groceries, that's our hits, our wins. I think I like the wins and losses. I think the cheese, I love that one, and everything else was just kind of. Well, that cereal's nasty, but that wall sauce was. It's now meals. Let's talk about our favorite meals. Now, my favorite meal, okay, of last month was I tried the Ina Garden engagement chicken. I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, pleasantly surprised that that chicken was so easy, so simple. It didn't call for like a whole bunch of like spices as far as flavor. It was really like salt and pepper, like olive oil, salt and pepper, and then you put in lemon and like cut up onions and a whole head of garlic inside the chicken. I love that. I'm actually making that again this month. So it was really good, really simple dish. Only took about like maybe an hour and like some change to cook. Very, very easy. So we'll be making that again. We also, I also like, so I do make chicken cutlets like probably like every other month or like every 2 months I'll make, because I don't like to fry foods very often. But I made chicken cutlets, which is nothing new. But I saw this technique on TikTok where this lady just took like a chicken breast and she cut them like tenders. And then as she made each chicken cutlet, as you bread, you put it in your breading mixture, your wet mixture, your dry mixture, and you, as you are putting on the breadcrumbs, the tender kind of flattens out to thin. If you like your chicken cutlets thin, I don't mind mine thin. I don't mind mine like a little thicker or thin. I just like a good chicken cutlet. Okay, so but I like that technique because you can get more bang for your buck, and we like to eat them. We like to eat them with sandwiches. We like to eat them just like for lunch and stuff. So I love that technique because I can get more bang for my buck. So I will link that down below. So make sure you check out that description if you're interested in seeing that technique. I will link down the original creator who shared that on TikTok. And then this was the oldie and goodie. I made this like years ago. Was a stuffed chicken with like cream cheese and spinach and I think it calls for mozzarella or whatever your favorite cheese. I just had Parmesan, and so I made that recently, and it was really, really good. Very good. Something I need to keep on rotation. It's hard because I make so many things that it's hard to keep track of what I've made and what we like, and so I'm trying to. These videos help me, and even the meal plans, it helps me go back and be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, so those were our meals, our hit and wins. Wait, hits and, I mean, they were both wins, our kind of favorites of the month as far as meals and meal ideas. So moving on to our pantry items. This month, moving forward for the month of November, I'm trying to keep things kind of like lower budget just because Thanksgiving. And I'm gonna be honest with you, friend, if turkeys is looking ridiculous in the price, okay, I mean, like I don't want to spend no more than $30 on a turkey, and even that I don't even want to do that, friend. Okay, but we'll see. But if they're looking ridiculous in price, I'm not playing. I will get like 2 chickens and that's it. Like, and we're not opposed to non-traditional meals, but all that to say, I want to keep things on the lower end of cost just because, just thinking of Thanksgiving, which we'll get into that at the end of our meal plans for the month. But so as far as restock items and things of that nature, I do need to get some more flour because your girl has been baking a lot, making pizzas and all kind of stuff. I do need flour, and that's kind of that's what I usually tend to get every couple of months. I can't really like get a big, huge bag. I wish I could go to Sam's Club and get like a huge bag, but honestly, I don't have the storage. Like, I don't have the space for that. So that's why you guys see me get like a whole bunch of flour like every couple months, which honestly, when I think about the cost of it and me having to go out to these warehouse stores, like it's honestly a little bit cheaper for me to do it in the way that I do it. So just in case you were wondering, I think I'm actually really shocked that I'm getting this month is yeast. I think I purchased yeast, if I'm not mistaken. It was either like February-ish or like early summer. I don't know. I had to go back and look at my receipts, but I was surprised. I'm like, well, that's lasted me quite a long time, and I use yeast like probably at least twice a month. So I was shocked that I just ran out of my yeast, so we had to get some more yeast. And of course, our our usual cereal. I've been eating a lot of old-fashioned oats, and we gotta have our coffee. So as far as restock items, that's pretty much it. I may restock on, like, I like to get like extra beans and stuff like that, just in case. Ever since like 2020, I try to buy like extra beans and things of that nature that we can house in our pantry, that just in case for emergencies, that we have something, we have food in the house, what I mean? Nitty gritty of it. This is why you're here. What meals are you eating this month? So we are doing a lot what I like to call familiar favorites. There are things that are like tried and true, meals that we love, meals that I don't have to second guess about. They're pretty easy meals for the most part. So my goal this month is to try to make not a whole bunch of meals that yield a bunch of leftovers. Like, my mind can't even, like, it does not want to think of Thanksgiving leftovers and then just your normal cooking leftovers. And yes, I could freeze some. If you see me flying my hands, it's a gnat over here. I just don't want to make anything that yields a bunch of leftovers. I kind of want quick and easy meals that maybe last maybe one extra night, but I don't want to be, I don't want to do that. But when you listen to my meal plans, some of these do last a little bit longer, but I'm planning on maybe freezing some of this stuff. Okay, so some of the kind of newer items, some of these are not new, but some of them are. We are going back and revisiting the Ina Garten's engagement chicken. Like I said, I really love that one. It was very easy. It's something you can just throw on, like when you get home from church, or whatever you got going. I probably wouldn't make it on a weeknight, especially if you're working. I don't know. It depends on what time you guys go to bed. We like to eat no later than like 7 o'clock. Yeah, so it just depends, but it's super duper easy. So the engagement chicken, we're also going to eat I want to try the Italian wedding soup. I have not made that before. I know that's a little bit, I would classify this as more of an intermediate meal, meaning there's some chopping, dicing, that's a little bit more than my basic meal. I think it'd just be good. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the weather to cool down some. Like, today is like a nice gloomy day, and I love that for us. Just thought that would be just a nice little change of pace. We also are going to have, now forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, but I saw this trending on TikTok and I said, that looks so good. I really want to eat this, have like, comfy clothes on. It's a rainy day, watching something good. I'm crocheting. This is cooking in the background, and then just have like some fresh like garlic bread. Like, that just sounds like a dream to me. And the meal I'm referring to is pasta bolognese. Y'all, I'm gonna have it on the screen. I probably butchered it, but that just sounds like, I love slow cooked meals. I love meals that you can just kind of almost set it and forget it. I know there's a few extra steps to this, but it just sounds so comforting. Like, all those flavors nestled together, just marinating. Like, this sounds like the perfect like rainy day meal, and I can't wait for that. Okay, so a lot of like soups and like comfort meals, a few, not a lot, just a few. And then we're gonna have our normal like tacos, white chicken chili, spicy rigatoni. I always make spicy rigatoni. That's like a perfect meal to, like, when you need to stretch. You need to stretch that budget a little bit. Get spicy rigatoni, because pasta is cheap, and then it only costs for like tomato paste and some herbs, garlic and stuff. That's easy. Some cream, which nowadays we tend to have a lot more cream because we'll make like desserts and ice cream and I'll use it in dishes and whatever. So I always tend to have those ingredients on hand and I love it. But this time around, I find sometimes it's not always, it's just pasta. It does call for vodka, but like I said, I don't drink. If you don't want to use the vodka, you can use just pasta water. There we go. So, but I find that it's not always as filling. So this time I'm going to make some meatballs, which I believe I'm going to have some meat left over with the pasta bolognese sauce because it calls for like, it can call for like 2 different cuts of meat. So I'm thinking I can use that towards my meatballs, whether it's for the Italian wedding soup, where I think that's chicken meatballs. I don't know, but girl, we're gonna figure it out. So I will have my meal plan at the end. When I made it, it doesn't look like a whole bunch of meals, but I'm also not trying to make a whole bunch of meals. But I know it's gonna work out. I know it's gonna work out. So some of these I've named, and they're not necessarily on the calendar, I don't think, but I will buy all this stuff and sometimes my meals will flow onto the next month. So don't be surprised if you see some of these in for the month of December. Thanksgiving. Let's talk about it real quick, friend. Let's talk about Thanksgiving. Now, this is going to be a different Thanksgiving for us in many ways than once, but I want to say this, like, maybe you're like me, maybe, where you may be new to cooking your Thanksgiving. If I can give you a tip that I wish I would have known years ago, prep your Thanksgiving. Like, I would get like ingredients ready and I would prep certain things, but I have always for probably like 13 years since my son was born, I have always made I think it's 12 years. I have always made Thanksgiving the day of, like the entire meal the day of. Baby, don't do that. I would hate Thanksgiving because I'm like, I have to do all this work. And I said last year, I prayed to the good Lord and I said, Lord, I am not making no more Thanksgivings because I am tired. I cannot keep doing this. So, don't you know, I came across like some TikTok people on TikTok, and they were showing their prep of Thanksgiving. Now, I know that may, in theory, make sense. Like, of course, you prep your meal and then you just kind of like heat things up, or, you get it to the point of cooking and you just cook everything the day of or reheat everything the day of, right? But like I said, I've always done it where you cook everything, you get up early and you cook everything the day of. My mom has done it like that, but my mom is also not a cook. She doesn't cook. So a lot of this stuff is like new to me. Like, I'm just figuring out, I'm just, trial by error. And this Thanksgiving, I promise you, I am prepping everything. There's an episode on the Barefoot Contessa, and she shows like how to prep your Thanksgiving meals. You just need a couple sides, your turkey. That's it, friend. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give it one last try. And if I don't like this, I promise you, I'm not doing it again. I'm so serious. I will not make another Thanksgiving again. Probably, maybe some years later. But I'm not going to do it again. I'm not. So, but I am going to try one more time. I'm going to try one more time. And I plan on making, so here's my Thanksgiving meal. It's going to be a turkey. We're going to have potatoes. We're going to have baked mac and cheese. We're going to have cornbread dressing. I'm not doing yams this year. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a vegetable. I did think about doing like a kale fall salad and just putting that aside, but those are things that I already will have, available in my fridge. So I'm thinking about making like a small fall kale salad just for like a vegetable. And for dessert, I'm going to make 7-Up pound cake, and I'm buying Patty's pie, sweet potato pie, not making a pie. So yeah, I feel like that's fairly easy for me. I do, like, as y'all know, I cook a lot, so I think we should be fine. I really do. I think I should be fine. So, but I will be prepping a lot. So make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so that you can see some of my prep meals. I wish I could prep it ahead of time, you know, so that you guys can have recipes, but this year is not set up like that. So, but if you're interested and maybe you want to use these for like a Sunday dinner or for Christmas, then I got you, friends. So again, I make turkey, cornbread dressing, potatoes. I'm thinking about doing rolls, but I'm not sure. And if I do that, I might bring you along the process and just make some like yeast rolls and get them started, put them in the freezer. So all you got to do is just pop them out, let them thaw and rise, and put them bad boys in the oven. So, all right, that is our November meal plan. Did I talk about desserts? I'm trying to cut back on desserts for my sake. Okay. Sugar swells me all up. Like most people, it's, you know, it's inflammatory food. And I'm trying to cut back. I'm trying to cut back, but we shall see. I don't plan on making like a whole bunch of desserts. Like the 7-Up pound cake, I only make it once a year or so. And a lot of this Thanksgiving food, I only make once a year, so it's nice to have, but we'll see. So I don't plan on making too many desserts this month. Just really trying to stick to just the meals, Thanksgiving, and that's it. So I hope you all like this meal plan. Y'all make sure to look out for my grocery haul that will be up around the second week, kind of the second full week of November. And until next time, I'll see y'all in December. Bye, y'all.